Hey, hey, hey. Um, yes, I believe I am live. Hey, 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 this is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper. And today, first of all, I am back. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. First of all, I am back. Like I never left. um, but let's see. What do we want to talk about today? I want to talk about real quick. I'm not gonna stay on very long. It's Monday, so I guess I give a little bit of my Monday motivation, right? So sometimes I talk to business owners and they're like, "Hey, it's hard. I need to get motivated. I need to get up and do some stuff because coming off the weekend, sometimes it's you gotta." Like I love to say every week that I'm ready to jump in and attack Monday. And sometimes, listen, bro. Sometimes Monday is attacking me. It's like, what you doing? What you doing? I'm sorry. Come on, I gotta stop laughing at my own stuff. I gotta stop laughing at my own jokes. But anyway, so real quick, 5 things to help you stay motivated. So one is to hey, it's a really good thing to get jumped off in the morning with something motivational, something inspirational, right? So I usually have a couple things. One, so sometimes I have my 3-minute devotional for men, or shift your thinking, 200 ways to improve your life, right? So something motivational, something that kind of make me think or ponder, devotional stuff or just mindset stuff, just to kind of get me thinking. Okay, Lee, don't think about sleep. Don't think about the Bucks getting beat in football or whatever. Something else that's kind of motivational or inspirational, right? So, what else? Another thing you can do is, hello, people. That it looks like some people are watching. I am not even on Facebook. So hello, people. We just want to talk about a couple ways to stay motivated, right? So number one, in the morning, read some inspirational, some motivational type stuff, right? I'm just logging on to my page to see if I'm showing up. Sorry. Yeah. Some motivational stuff, some inspirational stuff. That's always a good thing. Second thing you want to do to help you stay motivated. See, I'm talking about 5 ways to stay motivated. Another is your big why, right? So why do you do what you do? Why is it that you have decided to take this path? If you're a business owner, listen, I tell people, you pick the business, bruh. In the military, we used to, so I started off as a 71 Lima, you know what I'm saying? And then I got into 38 Alpha, which is civil affairs, which is a lot cooler MOS. But, when somebody would be like, man, my job sucks, we would say, hey, you made a poor career choice, right? You made a poor career choice. That's on you. But as entrepreneurs, as business owner, we make the decision, right? We made the choice to do what we do. So I ask you, what is the big why? Why did you make that decision? Why did you decide to do that thing, right? And a lot of times when you go back and look at, hey, why did you decide to make that move? Or, hey, why did you decide to start that business? It should tap into your why, your big why, and then you'll be motivated to do it. A buddy of mine, Del Toro, a client of mine, Del Toro, he says, if your why is big enough, then the how shows up, something like that, right? And so if your why is big enough, then you have that motivation. You can get that motivation to, you know what? Let me go ahead and knock it out. So number one, read some inspirational, some success story. I did some work with Cosette White. Shout out to Cosette. She would post motivational stuff like every morning, right? So it was from her that I actually found a lot of what I call YouTube motivation, right? So if you type in motivation, like on YouTube, entrepreneurial mindset or motivation, you'll hear all this stuff and it's like, I can do anything, right? That's how I found Eric Thomas. That's how I found like Les Brown and a whole bunch of different people. Motivational, inspirational stuff. So that's one way to do it. right? Inspirational. My 3-minute devotionals. This morning was actually pretty good. I'm not going to share it. But it was, yeah, lighting the path. Very good stuff, right? Helps me get motivated, get my mindset for the day. Another way is your big why. Why do you do what you do? You chose this. And for me, my big why is I believe that the internet is the great equalizer. So I believe that if a person learns the internet, if a person understands the potential that's in the internet, it can grow churches, it can grow businesses, it can change, it can make social change. So my big why is I do this because I know if a person has a working funnel, if a person understands these concepts on on the internet, then they really have unlimited reach, unlimited potential, and they can really make a difference, right? So that's the other thing. Another way to stay motivated is to look at your milestones, right? So a couple ways to look at your milestones is I have my, hey, here's what I'm working on today, right? So first I look at my daily milestones and I look and I say, you know what? Already today, I have checked this off. So now I'm motivated to finish knocking these things off the list, right? Not only daily milestones, I kind of look back and I say, you know what? I didn't have a team a little bit ago, right? So now that I've developed a team, or now that I have a team behind me, I can look and say, I'm making progress. And because you're making progress, there is that additional sense of motivation. I hope this is making sense because Lee's teaching right now. And then number 4, so change your state, right? A lot of time if I'm in a funk or not really motivated, I learned this from Del Toro, who probably learned it from Tony Robbins, who probably learned it from whoever Tony listened to, blah, 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 blah. But changing your state. And what that means is oftentimes that's changing your body, right? So sometimes, like my little watch says, hey, you've been sitting down for too long. So I'll stand up and I will, wait, I'm lying, right? I don't need shaking this stuff in my office. I don't. So I shouldn't lie. But change your state, right? And often that's changing your body. So what I'll do is if I'm inside, I will go to another location. Sometimes I'll go to a Starbucks or a office space, right? Sometimes I have to change location. Sometimes I have to go eat something, right? Just to change my state. Let me think about food for a little bit, right? So these are ways to change your state. One way I change my state is my environment. So there's a couple things within my office that I look at to kind of help me stay motivated, right? So one thing that I can look at to help me stay motivated is I got a stack of bills, you know what I'm saying? I got a stack of bills and I kind of say, hey, you know what? Here are, hey, if I finish this project, you know, there's money on the other side. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? If I finish this project, there's money on the other side. Or, hey, if I stay motivated and get this thing done, then I can check it off my list. And that's I get excited when I can check things off my list. But another thing that's in my office that keeps me motivated is this thing here, right? I don't know if you've seen this before, but I broke this board. Actually, I broke this board. This one was maybe 2016. I broke this board maybe 3 years ago. And on it, you're supposed to write what you're breaking through. And what I broke through was this. It says perpetual almost, right? And why that was so important to me was because, you know how you always feel like so you heard about the people that almost made it, right? Hey, the guy that was almost successful, or that almost made to the NBA, or was almost a millionaire, or was almost a good parent, or whatever, right? And I said, I don't want to be stuck in perpetual almost, right? I want to be the one that they say, hey, you know what? Lee actually did that thing. You know that Lee actually did that. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. He said he was going to be a millionaire, and he became it. He said he was going to do whatever, and he actually accomplished it. So whenever I look at this and I want to quit, I say, Lee, don't get stuck in perpetual almost, right? Because you do want to be that generational leader. You do want to be the one to change everything for your bloodline. So these are the type of motivational things. I said I was going to give you 5. These lights is hot. Turn the fan on a second. Hold on a second. Sorry. In the cabin here, there isn't a whole lot of AC. But 5 ways to stay motivated, real quick. Read success story, inspirational. So Bible, devotions, YouTube motivation. Find your big why. Why am I doing this? Right? So find your big why. Look at your milestones. Look at your plans. Hey, am I making progress? Am I checking things off my list? Yes. Sometimes you got to change your state. I go to another office. Sometimes I just go to another part of the house, or sometimes I just go downstairs. And number 5, sometimes I just take a nap. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel motivated right now. Let me go ahead and hit this power nap. I tell my children, I say, you don't know how good you got it. That's right. Thank you. You don't know how good you got it. I say, go ahead. I would love to take a nap. And a lot of times after I take a little nap, I get back up and I feel a whole lot better. So what about you? How do you stay motivated? In the comments below, let me know how you stay motivated, right? I start off the morning with a devotional or some type of inspirational thing. I review my big why. Like, there's a couple things that I want to accomplish on this earth, right? There's a couple houses that I want to buy other people on this house. You know what I'm saying? So I have a big why to keep me moving. What about you? What's your big why? What are you trying to accomplish, right? How are you going to change your state when you get stuck in that little funk? Sometimes it's music, And then, the other thing to help you stay motivated is, and this is a bonus one. That's right. Love my power. Oh, power nap. That's what's up. What? I tell my daughters, I say, listen, Daddy finna take a power nap real quick. And I be like, gone. Right? I love it. Another way, this is kind of a bonus one. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to use it or not. Another way is to become a part of a community, right? In the Army, they used to tell us, if you want to run faster, you try to catch the person in front of you, right? So when you're running in a group, if you're trying to catch the person in front of you, and because in the military, a lot of us were competitive, so if you pass somebody, they will speed up to try to pass you. And then you speed up to try to pass them. And before you know it, everybody is running faster, right? So being a part of a community really helps you stay motivated. We have a community called the Funnel Helper Community Group. So if you're not a part of it, go ahead and request access. Become part of the group. It'd be a great place to be motivated. I think I'm going to do, I'll probably be doing some technical training stuff on funnels and that type of stuff as I pop in there. But Sharon Parker says, my big why is teaching others self-love. Started with myself and my family. Very good. Absolutely. It's a big why. There's a lot of people that need to hear that message. So that's a huge why. Very good. Outstanding. So that's what I got for you today. I'm trying to be a little more consistent, but I say that every time I jump back on because I have to keep telling myself so that I can keep moving. All right. My name's Lee Fuller, a.k.a. The Funnel Helper. If you're not listening to the podcast, you're missing out because I drop knowledge on the Funnel Helper Radio podcast. If you're not in the group, you're missing out because I'm going to be doing some critiques and funnel reviews and stuff inside the group, so make sure you're a part of it. And if you aren't following on Instagram, you're missing out, right? And if I'm not following you, I'm missing out. So make sure you tell me in the group where I should be paying attention, because if you have inspirational messages, then I could add you to my YouTube motivation. All right, my name's Lee Fuller, a.k.a. The Funnel Helper, and I will talk to you. Can you put the name of the group in the comments? Oh, for sure. Let me go to the books, the Facebooks, and the name of the group is Funnel Helper Community Group. Funnel Helper community group. There we go. Copy. Okay. And here is the group. Will that do it? I don't know. Is that a real link? Let me see if that link works. There it is. Yeah. So if you're not a part of the group, make sure you join the group, connect with us, and we'll see you on the inside. All right, people. See you tomorrow, hopefully, if I do a Facebook Live. Bye. Funnel helper. Finish and broadcast.